And then lastly, not lastly, almost lastly, the zoning recommendations. So this is how we propose to rezone. It's not terribly different than what's here today, except that we've cleaned it up a little bit. And we've renamed things so that they're more representative of what we expect to happen there. Along the waterfront, we have waterfront districts. We have a waterfront 1 and a waterfront 2. Usually the 1 is the lower density and the 2 is the higher density. Along the main corridors, 30th and 31st, we have what we're calling Main Street districts. We have 2 of those. We have Main Street 1 and Main Street 2. Main Street 2 becomes that transition between the lower scale development along 30th and 31st and the higher scale development on the waterfront. So Main Street 2 allows more than Main Street 1, and it also allows that scale and that height to transition appropriately. That's something I talked about was a flaw in the current zone. The residential districts are pretty much the same as they are today, and we think that that should be protected because there's a nice character along those streets, a nice single-family environment. We need to make sure that the others recognize that and provide the appropriate transitions. The CP, Conservation Preservation District, exists today. We haven't touched that. That's dealing with the dunes. They're already under a conservation district. We don't propose to change that. They need to be protected.
Quick question.
Sure.
Oh, let's see. It's very arbitrary, because you got waterfront 2, and then all of a sudden, you only have one waterfront 2, and it kind of just, it seems to be arbitrary. What was your idea? Explain that a little bit.
Well, it goes back to the protection of view corridors and the small scale. And what we have in this condition is that where we're proposing the waterfront 1, it's right now zone R2. So right now it has a very low zoning. And where we can get low and small scale, we'd like to keep low. So what this plan proposes is you'd be able to have more variation in your uses. You'd be able to have residential, you'd be able to have commercial. Right now you can only have residential. So it's an upgrade in terms of what can be there. And we want that waterfront character to have the commercial component, the retail component, the reason for people to go there. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to make bigger buildings. So the waterfront 1 really addresses increasing the allowable uses without increasing the mass.
This looks great.
Excuse me, Main